So yeah, things weren't really going well here this year. We had to fly in a new recruit, someone to help and make sure the show ran smoothly. Look, our Lord is back. He's back running the place. You talk about Kilkenny branch, you can talk about the Cullen Hill branch, but look at the Athy branch. We're booming. We've Ogie here, head of operations, driving things on. We're number one. Tell them in Kilkenny to try to keep up to us, because they won't keep up to us. Look at the sun is shining up here for rain in Kilkenny. Look at that loader. It's pushed more barley here than anyone in the whole country.
Brief history on Daltons. We're in business, I think, 155 years this year. My grandfather had a mill in the centre of Kilkenny City beside Smithwick's Brewery. My father came home from the war in the early 50s and took over the business. He operated two facilities for a while. They were in Vicar Street in Kilkenny. They just had a water wheel flour mill, but it kept getting flooded. So he moved out here in the early to middle 60s and operated the two premises for a while, but eventually closed down the old mill in Kilkenny City in about 1974. So we've been here full-time since 1974. It started with one store and a weighbridge. We now have 6 grain dryers here with a storage capacity of about 65,000 tonnes. We have a throughput capacity of about 110 or 120 tonnes per hour of grain. So we run 24/7 during the grain season. Harvest 2024 has been a very slow start. Very slow start, I have to say. The weather has really only picked up in the last week, so we were concerned about the crops, but they're holding up well, better than we thought. Proteins are better than we thought. The yields are better than we thought. So we're confident, we just need the weather. 10 days would bring 70% of the harvest in.
We took in 160 loads on Friday the 30th of August. It was always going to happen. We got off to such a slow start with the weather. This weekend is going to be really good. There's going to be an awful lot of work done. We'll probably take in 50,000 tonnes this harvest in Kilkenny. The grain comes in. We've got 2 people who actually are waiting outside to show the guys where to tip, because we've barley that's brewing and we've barley that's for distilling. We've got barley for different distilleries. We've got feed barley. We've got food grade barley. We've got a lot of different grains. Like, we've got 6 dryers that can cope with them fairly well. So it's so look, it's the busy time of the year. It's all coming together. A farmer shouldn't be in our yard for more than 15 minutes. We can turn them around that quick. I just know from experienced farmers, as you said, they don't want to be held up. If we could make it even quicker, it's better. Like, you won't be held up here for half an hour, never, ever.
Yeah, so the machinery, we've mostly all Dites for years. We bought a case last year, so we have 2 Dites tractors, a 185 and a 160 with a loader on it. It's handy for the seed and stuff. Dites combine, as we're in here now. Buy a lot of our gear off of Eardley, actually, in Kilkenny, Michael Eardley. We have Amazon fertilizer spreaders, Amazon grubber. We bought the APV system for the grass seeds as well. We have a 9-metre roller with a grass seeder on it, so an air seeder for sowing grass seeds.
Okay.
We're busy enough for that, in fairness. And we buy the Hiva gear all came from Murphy Machinery, and then the Vatersad stuff. We have a Vatersad corn drill that came from Cooney Furlong. So we have a bit of everything. Like, we only really got into the tillage in the last, maybe big way in the last 4 or 5 years. There was always 100 acres tillage, which, you know, it's big, but we're gone way up in acres now in the last 3 or 4 years. Bought a combine, bought our own drill. We only ever had a plough before and a disc, like, so we're getting big enough into it that way now. Do a lot of grass seeding jobs, like, you know, from start to finish, spraying for hire, all that. So we're getting big enough with the machinery thing in the last 4 or 5 years. It's nice. Like I like it. I like getting out. You know, you be on the tractor there for the day, and no one and nine. Yeah, there's nothing better. Like, or off in the lorry. Then, you know, get variety inside with the boys. Like, you'll be off to the no one and nine. You just get into the lorry, turn on the Spotify, tip off for the day, bring one of the boys on the phone, chat shy. You know, you've all that. Like, it's great. Like.
We built this plant. It's our third season here. Built a store in 21. Started drying in 22. And yeah, I suppose this is the first year really with everything up and running fully, everything running automatic. We're running 2 shifts, day shift and night shift from 8 to 8. We're drying about 1,000 tonne a shift, on average about 1,000 tonne a shift, so it'll be 2,000 tonne a day, which is keeping well ahead of the stuff coming in. There's about anywhere between 1,800 to 2,200 coming in a day, so we're fairly on top of it. I suppose we upgraded all our panels, as you can see there, the dryer panels and the plant panels. There's remote access with everything here, so it doesn't really give any trouble. If it causes any trouble, it's a matter of picking up a phone and the guys can log in online and fix the plant. So you have very little downtime and it's relatively easy to fix any problems. So basically the farmer comes in, he pulls onto the weighbridge where the girls in the lab test the barley, depending on whether it passes or fails. If it passes, it's sent down to either intake 1 or 2, which would be our brewing or distilling, and then it sits in our green silos outside, and from there we dry it direct from the bins to the dryer and straight into storage. Yeah, it's a belt conveyor, it runs the whole length of the store. At the moment with the 2 dryers we're drying anywhere between 100 to 110 tonne an hour, so it's fairly maximum capacity there at the moment.
You know, like, we couldn't do what we do if we didn't have all the really good people that we have during the harvest especially, and all year round, in fact. But Rebecca's on the weighbridge there, all the girls there are brilliant. We follow every load from the weighbridge. Every single load is followed from the weighbridge by James. Before the load is tipped, it's signed off to make sure it's been tipped in the right place. The loader operators feeding the hoppers, the man on the pusher, the dryer operators, the trucks. As I said earlier, it's really, really busy at the moment, really busy. It's a high octane facility here at the moment, and everyone is doing a great job.